Hi, I'm Choo Choos. I used to be a professional League of Legends player and coach. I recently completed a climb to 10k rating in Hearthstone Battlegrounds for the first time. And upon reflecting as we enter the new season, I thought it'd be helpful to share 4 key tips I learned as a relatively new player that can help you climb this season. Tip number 1, what lines are available? At the start of every game, we're going to see the 5 family traits at the top. Now, if you've been playing Hearthstone a while, you're familiar with this. You're looking at them, you're going in the dungeon journal. You may not even need to, but I did. I would still go into the dungeon journal and I'd take a look at what can I get to work together. Like if Quibbles and Beasts are in, maybe I'll buy that early Moon Bacon and not reroll. Are Murlocs in? Even though Murlocs may not be at the top of the tier list in Battlegrounds, almost every game that Murlocs are in, the guy coming first will have some form of poison. Bile Splitter and now Forager, because Bascul's not in, will always be essential to your endgame. Even Undead Dragons. Dragons has this new tier 4 Avenge unit. If Undead are in, you could potentially just buy a summon board, so that by the time you get to tier 4, you maybe find that unit, all of a sudden you've got more money than everyone else. I think the main goal here is you're not necessarily choosing what to go into, but you're taking the mental load off at the start of the game, just on your first turn. So you already know, what am I going to look to buy early on, and what can I potentially get that to work with as I enter tier 3 and tier 4. Tip number 2, tier 4 greed. Now, this was quite big for me, but I'll keep it simple. The first shop you get on tier 4, and you were offered 2 tier 4 minions, just take them. Just buy both of them, maybe sell your bad unit you have and buy a third unit. A lot of the time you'll be at 8 gold. So just capitalize off the good shop giving you 2 tier 4 units. Good luck, you're playing that for the foreseeable future. Generally around this point, you can start taking 10 damage, and this is where people can fumble the game. In the game in front of you, I'm already quite low. I'm playing Galley, and I don't get the best tier 4 shop. I get offered the 1/6 core ball that gives me a reborn gem at the end of turn. I choose not to reroll. I want to use as much gold available to build and stabilize my board as much as possible. Throughout my climb, this was a game changer. The amount of times I reroll here and I get offered a worse shop and I have to reroll again, the game can end on this turn. Don't think so much about finding that Rylak or finding that high value economy pirate card. Really just focus on playing and taking what the game is giving you and making the most of it. Next turn, I'll probably find, maybe I'll find Rylak next turn, but you don't want to be spending your gold rolling, looking for some dream scenario that's unreliable. Tip number 3, selling economy units. Now, I'll hold your hand when I say this, but there will come a time, more than most, when Leroy will be more useful than that Rylak. Or he'll be more useful than that tier 4 Dragon Avenge unit we talked about. There's 2 key instances you need to remember. Number 1, if the guy or the top 2 guys are light years ahead of everyone else, we're playing for third. It's all about identifying how can I conserve as much HP, because if I get matchmaking diffed and I verse both of these guys, I take 15, and then I go 5th or I go 6th, it's gonna feel awful. The other instance is you simply have too many economy cards. I would often play pirates and I would have Shipman, Bran, and Tethys last season. You'll notice very quickly that you're running out of time and you're not spending all your gold. Or you have too many cards in your hand and it's getting overwhelming. At the end of every game, especially if you bottom forward, reflect on if you held onto an economy card for too long in place of playing a poison unit or a Leroy. My final tip is don't overcomplicate the game. Hearthstone is already a luck-based game. There's a lot of resources, there's streamers, there's tier lists, there's the best thing to play on this patch. The one thing that is consistent in how you can become a better Hearthstone player is to practice making things work that are just coming in front of you. Only re-rolling when it's very necessary, but keeping your options open. If the game offers you a meditative, maybe you'll play spell player. If the game offers you a gem smuggler, maybe there's a way to scale gems this late. There's a lot of different options you can take into the late parts of the game, and a lot of the time, everyone's going to be in the same boat. They're all trying to find direction for the final endgame board. You just don't want to spend 8 gold re-rolling, wasting your turn just because you couldn't find your core unit. So practice remaining fluid. those are my big 4 tips I can give you. I hope they're helpful. Best of luck this season, and thanks for watching.